Yo, what's up everyone? CD and Free Games here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're enjoying your Sundays so far. And this is the Double Shot Weekends where I will upload 2 videos a day, Saturday and Sunday, so stay tuned. So this is the 3rd installment, and we are back into some Spintires, and today we're checking out Forrester's 27 Rushes UAZ Simbir. Now these are pretty awesome looking. They're definitely a big upgrade from the original UAZs in the game. Now you probably have heard me say this before, but Forrester 27 Rushes probably makes some of the most realistic vehicles and visually and performance-wise in the game, which is pretty awesome. Everything down to mud flaps that sway back and forth, and spinning drive shafts, which is awesome. I don't think nobody else has done the spinning drive shafts yet, but Forrester seems to has figured out how to animate that stuff in. They always look amazing, as you can tell. They look pretty realistic. And the one cool thing is, if you go into your advanced mode, but I think the engine has to be started, so let's fire this up. Okay, we'll go into the advanced mode, and as you can see, you can open your bonnet. Well, it's actually hooded in regular English. The trunk opens, all sorts of stuff. Both doors. That is cool. The tailgate opens. The doors, all the doors open, which is pretty awesome. We can also rock with the sunroof open too. Now that is pretty cool. Now most of these vehicles do this, which is pretty awesome. That's why, in my opinion, they're some of the most realistic vehicles in the game. Alright, so that's enough of me talking. Let's go over some attachments and see what we got. So first up, we got the utility attachment, which gives us 100 liters of fuel and 200 repair points, which is pretty awesome. I'll install that. Then it also has the trunk attachment. So I'm just going to showcase this to you guys. So there's the trunk attachment, and I think just the spare goes on the trunk. Yeah, just the spare goes on the trunk. So I'll uninstall the trunk. Now it has 3 different types of bumpers and 1 rear bumper. This is bumper A, which is pretty decent. I'll install it to showcase it. It has the bumper B. Then it has my favorite, probably bumper D, which is with the winch on, so I'll install that. Then what else we got? So we're not going to use the trunk. It has running boards, but I'm not going to install them because they always seem to get in the way. And then it has 2 different roll bars, the standard roll bar. Then it has a roll bar with the lights. I think I'm going to run with the lights one, so I'll install that. Then it has a snorkel, which is pretty awesome. Most of these vehicles do, so we'll definitely install the snorkel. Then it has the regular lights for the front, but they seem pretty tiny and pretty thin, so I don't think off-road lights are that thin. So I'll install that. I just want to showcase it anyways. Then it has the roof rails. Nice, nice. What else we got? Oh, and this is the rear bumper. I don't know. I kind of dislike it. It kind of looks a little bit funny and out of place, so we're not going to install that. And it has 2 different sets of tires. These are the Maxxis tires, and here are the defaults. Now I don't think there's not too much difference, but the Maxxis tires seem a little bit bigger. Oh, and this comes in 2 different variants. There's the truck variant that I'm using today, and that's the SUV model. The SUV model, there's no guy in it. The cool thing about that one is that the interior cam's lined up right in the driver's seat, which is pretty awesome, and you don't have the driver glitching back and forth into the cam. But personally, I do like the UAZ pickup a little bit better than the hatchback. It's just my preference, but hey. Alright, so that's enough of me talking. We are back on Swamp Donkey. Pretty awesome map. Has probably one of the most largest rock crawling sections ever, but we're not focusing on that because we have the snorkel, and the map's called Swamp Donkey for a reason. So we are going to hit some mud, go through some swamps, and have a great time. Alright, so let's pull up and get some fuel. We're all set to go. It would help if I disengage my brake. Seems to move around pretty decently. There, we'll fuel up our spare. Oh, this does have an interior cam as well, but it's in the passenger side, which is pretty cool. Now, a couple other cool things is that his steering wheel moves and his gauges are moving too, as you can see, which is pretty awesome. Not too many people do that. So we'll go back out to the regular cam, and here we go. Let's see if we could find some mud. This actually moves around pretty decently. Now, I believe it's tuned in automatic. Automatic seems to be always faster, well, the fastest gear for most mods. This one is definitely. But I'm going to leave it into automatic for now until we hit the mud. Whoa! That was cool. The front end got some air. Now, the suspension seems to be tuned pretty well. Pretty good, I mean. And it's handling this train pretty well. Alright, here we go. Nice. There we go. A little bit struggling there, but we are in automatic. Let's actually throw her up into high when we can. High gear is pretty decent. It's not the fastest gear, but generally you don't want to be in automatic for off-roading. Anyways, your lower gears and your high gear seems to be the best gear, and we are finally into some mud. Awesome. Now, the reason why I prefer high gear over automatic, because it keeps a constant high RPM, and automatic, once you get to some certain trains, it just downshifts and you can't go any further. Alright, so we are in the swamp. We might have to downshift into low gears. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. As long as I don't stall out, we are golden. Now, all his vehicles seem to be pretty good in the mud. That's why I've decided to try this in the mud. So yeah, it may not be your fastest mudding vehicle or off-road vehicle, but it is one of the most realistic, and his mods are not overpowered. They're pretty close to the real deal. Alright, so I wonder if I can stay in high. Actually, it's moving around pretty good. About half throttle or 3/4 throttle. Because if I floor it, we just spin. See, we're flooring it now. There we go. About half throttle. Now, actually, the lower gears might be better for this. Yeah, we seem to be spinning too much. Time to drop her down into the low gears. Go. Nice, not a problem. And good thing we have that snorkel, because some of these swamps are pretty deep. I've only been on this map a couple times. This is my second video on this map. Well, technically third or fourth, I believe, because I had a couple of videos going over the rock section. But I haven't checked out the mud sections yet. I was mainly focused on the rock section, but we got a decent muddy vehicle here, so yeah. That's why we're back on this map today. We'll actually stick in the swamp since we can. Hollow over a couple of trees in the way. We do have that big, beautiful push bar with the winch. There we go. It's not struggling at all. It was made for this type of stuff. Wow, the water's pretty deep. Awesome. Little D spot there. Hasn't gone over our hood yet. It's come up pretty close. We're just going to avoid the trail. We'll just go have some fun in the swamp. Awesome. Alright, another swamp section coming up. Nothing's phasing this thing, which is pretty cool. Now, this swamp's not the deepest, but we're not that far in to this section here. Seems to be a little bit more muddy than the one that we just went through. Just could tell by the speed we are actually going through it. Awesome. Oh, it's kind of cool. We're going through like a flooded forest. Yeah, the mud's definitely a little deeper here. You can kind of see it actually underneath the water surface. And we are spinning. Here we go. Just gotta wiggle back and forth. Awesome. We must be in a really deep spot here. There we go. Just gotta wiggle back and forth to get some extra traction. Awesome. Sweet. Alright, we're just about to the main trail. We're touching it. Got a nice little water section up here too. Oh, this swamp's endless. It's pretty awesome. Sure, let's hop into the interior camp. Kind of glitched in the roof, so I swapped back. Nice. Sweet. Now, I highly recommend this vehicle. It's a lot of fun, especially going through stuff like this. Just have to keep in mind it's not the most overpowered vehicle there. It is pretty realistic, such as all his mods. But it just makes things more fun. And a lot more challenging too. Sweet. Alright, so I wonder if this section connects to back over there. So we're going to continue adventuring the swamp. Go off into the woods. Oh, this is fun. Oh, we got a little bit of water in the Alright. Sweet. So I wonder if this loops back around. There we go. Actually, it kind of does. Okay, let's go up over this, see if we can plow over this little pine tree here. Sweet. Back into the water again. Oh, this vehicle actually performs really well going through stuff like this, which is awesome. And I'm lucky we have the snorkel too. Sweet. Looks like we might have reached the end of the swamp, folks. Well, this swamp area. Oh, this map is gorgeous, by the way. I love realistic trailing maps. They're my favorite. Alright, is there any more swamp up here? Oh, but this is pretty deep. The mud is. Sweet. Now, it's handling this mud no problem, which is pretty awesome. Maybe not be the most lifted up vehicle, but it's still pretty capable. See if we could throw her up into high. Get on top of this hill. Probably won't be able to throw it in high yet because of the mud. No, not yet. We'll try from auto to high. There we go. There. Just got ourselves some traction. Nice. You handled that no problem. This is a fun little vehicle here. Sweet. Well, looks like this is the part of the main trail, or where the trails meet. Yeah, over this. Here we go. There. Wow. She looks fantastic, doesn't she? You got a nice little sunset. Just perfect. Well, that is it for now, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video, and this was Forrester's 27 Rushes UAZ Simbir. Pretty awesome little vehicle, pretty capable. It's fantastic in the mud and going through the swamps and stuff like that. Now, it's not an overpowered vehicle. It's pretty realistic, which is pretty awesome, and I like myself realistic vehicles. Well, that is it for now, folks. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and as always, I'll catch you next time. Peace out, and I shall see you on the trails or in the swamps.